It's your first time in Edmonton.
Yes.
How do you like it?
Well, I just got here. I haven't been able to see the sites yet. That's what we're about to do. We're going to go out and check everything out. But I'm always excited to go to new places, and you know, with my job, I've been able to do that. You know, I've been to London, you know, Ireland, obviously, a whole bunch of times. Germany. I've been all over the world, so it's great.
So with your experience, you fought in cages and rings and whatnot. How is it with the ring? Do you find any different?
Yeah, there is a big difference. Like especially, you know, when you're fighting somebody who's like a wrestler or something like that, they can push you against a cage. The cage is a really good tool for somebody who's more of a grappler and wrestler. I don't think that it favors the striker at all. And in this match, you know, we're going to be in a ring. We're both strikers, and I think that that it provides a better atmosphere for exciting fights. As far as the kind of fights, when I say exciting fights that the fans want to see, which means not the whole laying on the ground and hugging up against the cage and all that, that's not going to happen in this fight.
Definitely some bad angles for the fans to see there too. Sometimes.
Exactly, yeah.
Have you prepared any differently? Just a generic question from this next one.
Well, you know, I always try to change things up and make things different in my camps and everything. And we were fighting a different opponent, whole different weight and everything previously, 155. But the kid we were fighting was more of a, you know, more of a striker too, just not as polished as Pete Spratt. Pete Spratt is much more polished and is also has a ton of experience and is bigger and stronger. So those kind of things changed up, and we did, you know, where I was more or less focusing on takedown defense originally because the kid also did a little bit of wrestling. I more focused on my counter wrestling and my takedowns and stuff in case we end up in the clinch, because Pete's clinch is going to be stronger than my clinch because he's bigger and he's stronger now. You know, when we fought the last time, he wasn't. When we fought the last time, you know, I started my cut from about 215 down to 170. You know, this one I was already in the 70s going to 55 and started eating. So that's the difference.
How do you find the different weight classes? A lot of people don't like to bounce around too much because it is hard on you know, yourself and how to get to that weight and to be the best that you can be. Just touch on that a bit.
Well, yeah, it is hard. I mean, I'm way more of a natural 70 guy, obviously, because of how big I can get between fights, but it's not going to be bad for this one because, you know, I was already doing the cut down to 55, and then, you know, 3 weeks ago when I found out I was going to fight Pete Spratt, I got to up my caloric intake, so that just gave me more energy, more calories to be able to train. So I was able to train better and harder than I was before. You know, I was getting tired quicker. That's what happens when you start going into a caloric deficiency. You don't have the energy. It's hard to push it and train really hard when you're tired. And it was like, you know, it's like being on, you know, drinking Red Bull all day, something like that, when you can eat all day and train all day.
Anything you want to say to your opponent? You know that you have no animosity to them or anything like that, but...
Yeah, no, yeah, you know... we're just professionals, and we're here to entertain. We're here to fight, and that's what we're going to do. And you know, don't get us wrong when we say that like we're going to be holding back or something like that. No, Pete and I are going to go out there and we're going to brutalize each other. I mean, we're going to be, you know, punching, kicking, and kneeing each other as hard as we can, and we're going to be looking to finish this fight as fast as we can. That's what we do. You know, that's our job. You know, people got to understand too that, you know, our best friends are our training partners. So we're punching our best friends in the face and choking our best friends and doing that stuff all the time. So this is just business.
Right on.
All right.